Good morning. It is Sunday morning. It snowed and rained last night. However, it was warm enough that the snow didn't accumulate on the ground. So that's fortunate. I seen online here this morning that the skidoo people were getting excited because the snow was coming. Well, I'm not a skidoo person, and I don't care if the snow never comes. So I got the wiring done yesterday. I gotta tidy that all up today. Also, what I want to do is check these signal lights. And over on the other side. So when we were over at Thanksgiving at the in-laws there last night, we had a little conversation topic come up about farm safety and what farmers may or may not get away with, and on and on and on. Our stance on our farm is definitely do as good as you can to keep your signal lights working, your flashers working. If your trailers have brakes, make sure the brakes work, stuff like that. The loads in agriculture are getting bigger, they're getting longer, they're getting wider. We're traveling farther distances. The farms are getting more spread out. There's less farmers, so less farmers farming more land. You can't bring the land closer, so you bring the machinery to the land. The fact that you're traveling so far makes it, you need to be more efficient. You need to get it done quicker, so they built the machinery bigger. This stuff is getting out of control. For instance, when we hook all our stuff together, like I explained yesterday, the tractor, the disc, the cultivator, the anhydrous cart, none of that stuff has brakes. So you can imagine flying down the road 30 miles an hour as fast as these tractors go, which we don't even do. We always set our RPM limiter to about, 1600 RPM, so we're going way slower, because you get flying down the road, if you ever had to stop, all that stuff would come up behind you, because none of the hitches are rigid, so it would all end up in the ditch, in the other lane, all over the place. So we definitely take our time. That being said, our disc does have signal lights, cultivator has signal lights, but that tank doesn't have signal lights or brakes. So I'm going to check out those signal lights on the cultivator, and I'm going to rig up something for the tank this year, because it's just, I don't know, it's just the right thing to do, we think. So, and if we have the time to do it, and we can do it properly, and get it set up right, that's just better, because we are on the highway a lot more than we ever were before in the previous years. We don't have any snacks. Because nobody's run this tractor since spring seeding. And then if we would have had snacks in here, they would be all lucky. So what do you think about that? Is that good or not good?
Let's go outside and get some snacks.
Let's go outside and get some snacks. But we're only going like 500 yards, and we're just going to see if Dad's switches work, and then we're going to come right back. So we probably don't need snacks. Anyways, Buddy and I are going to go right across the road here, and I want to see if I can wing this down. Signal lights work. I didn't get my blue light, flasher light on there. That's going to take, I'm going to wait till I get the cart first, because I gotta see how I'm gonna fasten it to the cart. I was gonna use a magnet, but I don't think that's the best idea. So we're just gonna roll over here. I'm actually gonna make a round. It is unbelievably wet. Like, we got a ton of rain, and it probably rained for 30 hours. Not hard, but you can imagine 30 hours, the accumulation. It was snowing when we come home last night. Didn't stick on the ground, but it definitely made the ground really wet. So I'm gonna go over there, gonna toggle my switches. See, it's set to lift the cultivator up and down out of the ground. So I'm going to, I gotta hop out, I got the hoses backwards too. And then when I flip my switch, it should let it wing in and out. All right, so to clear up the switches I put on there yesterday, this is what that was all about. So if I run the hydraulics, the cultivator goes up and the cultivator goes down. That's one set of hydraulics. This cultivator would need two. The other set would be for the wings. But when we put that block in, so flipping our switch in the cab should now allow me to do the wings. So yeah, now you see the wings fold down. So So that's what that was all about. And like I say, we don't need that anymore because we have enough hydraulics on all our newer tractors. But because it was on there, we just thought, well, we'll use it because if we pull it behind the disc, then we would need it. Who's driving, buddy?
Driving. Luke drives himself.
You didn't set him up yet. You have to drive. Don't turn too sharp, buddy, because you're going to drive over yourself. Are you done driving? All right, so Donny's all scrubbed down, nice and clean. I got leaking fitting here. These things are a real piece of junk, like a real piece of junk. I guess Dad met the neighbor at the local hardware type store there. He was looking for a bunch of O-rings and stuff to try to repair that. He said it leaked day one, you know, and ours didn't leak day one, but it leaks now, and there's like, I don't know, 4,000 hours or 4,000 acres on this machine. So I don't know what that equates to. There's like, I don't know, a few hundred hours anyways. But for something that you unhook, like, I don't know, we've probably unhooked that like 20 times maybe, max. Like probably not even that many because you only unhook it when you're taking the header off. So we unhook it once a season, twice a season. I don't know, maybe like 4 times. Yeah, so maybe 20 times. And yeah, it already leaks. So that's got to be tended to. I don't even know how to fix that. I'll take that apart. He's mostly clean. It's so muddy. Oh, he's not clean at all. I put the wash gun away. Anyways, it's so muddy so muddy around here that you're just like blasting mud from one side to the other, and oh, it's crazy. So I'm gonna go in, have supper. The wind's blowing pretty good, and it actually warmed up a little bit too. So I expect the yard will be dry in a few hours. And by a few hours, I mean like I'm not coming back out. So it has a few hours this evening yet to dry, and then all night, and then tomorrow I'll probably tackle some of that. It's supposed to freeze tonight again. It's been freezing, you know, down to that -2 or 3. So the forecast tonight says like low of -1 or 2, feels like -7. I don't trust those guys. If you've been watching for any amount of time, you'll know I don't think that they have a clue what they're talking about. So I've drained all the water, opened all the valves, done everything I can on our sprayer trailer to allow it to weather basically -7. Sprayer is already drained, so it should be able to handle -7 sitting outside because there's nothing in it, and there hasn't been anything in it for a while. And other than that, everything else is probably can handle it. I noticed my wife's tomatoes got a little bit of frost. I don't know if we've ever been in there. I'm not going to have a whole bunch of content today because it is Sunday and a long weekend. So before I go in for supper, I may as well give you the grand tour of the greenhouse. So this is it. My wife built this with the help of her dad and my dad and I think my mom. I don't know, I was seeding that time, but it's about 7 years old. So, she did a really good job for her first building project. She built all her rafters herself. She built all the walls herself. I'm not exactly sure where she got the windows from. They were something, I think there was something meaningful anyways, but she put them in herself. I helped her build these raised beds. Then we bought these horse troughs for in the middle. She put down all this rubber mulch, and she has some pretty good tomatoes kicking yet. As you can tell, this isn't the most insulated greenhouse in the world. We didn't really build it for like doomsday, be able to have fresh vegetables all winter. It was just, I don't know, she wanted one and she wanted to be able to grow stuff in here. I don't blame her. So, but she does have pretty good tomatoes still coming, as you can see. So we put this heater here on this chair just to blow heat right at just this area of the greenhouse. The zucchinis seem to be able to take anything, and the fact that these tomatoes are in the middle, it doesn't get that cold here with that heater going. So she's actually had pretty good luck to keep all this stuff, you know, even these guys, like, that's pretty good. And she's kept, yeah, we've managed to keep all that stuff alive with just that little heater. It's definitely not economical. I mean, you can probably go to, or financially feasible or whatever. You can definitely go to the store and buy like 100 pounds of tomatoes for 50 bucks or whatever. And so, you know, to try to keep these alive, we're probably using like 10 bucks worth of power every night just to keep that heater running. But it's like a test. See if we can get those tomatoes to turn red. All right, so it is 6 o'clock. Time to go in for supper. It was mostly a washing day. Washed Donny the swather, Gus the tractor, the disc. Put my label maker labels on that switch gizmo that I made. Me and Buddy took that for a round. Everything worked. It was fantastic. I really get excited when it's the little things, right? When any little thing that I do actually works the way it was supposed to, or the way I thought it was, I get super excited. So all in all, it's been a pretty good day. To anybody who's watching this, enjoy your long weekend. Thanksgiving tomorrow. Enjoy wherever you're at, if you're with your family or going to extended families or whatever you're doing. And thank you for watching. See you all tomorrow.